Substance abuse can cause people with homes to lose them and keeps them on the streets. Right now, I could pull up at a stop sign right next to a police officer with my phone to my ear. But if I'm not doing anything else wrong, I can't be pulled over. The bets are coming in, but will a casino in Prince George's County come out a winner? Now, the Maryland Senate has voted in favor of allowing a casino in the county, but now the bill has to pass in the House Ways and Means Committee before going to the floor, and it faces strong opposition. Well, here at the Elkridge Station, they have about 1,200 signatures already, and at the Towson location, another 1,000. It takes place in abandoned lots, dark woods, and even suburban neighborhoods. And it's a crime where the victims' mangled bodies are often never found. And it's happening right here. I took a look at the problem of dogfighting in Maryland, and I must warn you, some of the video in this story is very graphic.
Dogfighting happens in the shadows.
Backyard dogfighting has been in existence for decades.
It's considered a sport by those involved, a way to make money through gambling. It's a brutal death match, and is closer than you think.
Maryland is a very convenient meeting location for high-end dogfighters to come from the South or from states like West Virginia and Ohio or from the Northeast down into one central location to have high-end dogfights in Maryland, and we've seen evidence of that.
2 dogs, including this pit bull named Princess, who was left with a gaping hole under her front leg, were recently found in Anne Arundel County. Both are believed to have been used as bait dogs. It's a felony in all 50 states to be engaged in any kind of dogfighting. But Maryland recently passed legislation that criminalizes the use of bait dogs.
There are people, wannabe dogfighters, that think that they can prepare their dogs for fighting by having them maul and kill a smaller, weaker dog.
They would dump them anywhere in a neighborhood, could be in front of your house, beaten and soon to die.
But these dogs beat the odds. Most dogs involved in dog fighting don't survive. Many dogs are killed during the fights or after by their owners and are dumped somewhere, never to be found. Princess is slowly healing and hopefully will be up for adoption soon. While pit bulls have a bad reputation, the experts say it's not the dog, it's the owner.
It's amazing that animals can have so much done to them by humans and they're still resilient and they're loving and just want attention.
For dogs rescued from dog fighting rings, after time, both the physical and emotional scars fade. This is Piglet. Rescued from a dogfighting ring and adopted by an employee at Baltimore Barks, an animal rescue operation.
She was totally bald. She had no fur. We had no idea what color she would be. She still had her arms and legs bound, and her face was all cut up and bloody.
Now she's healed, happy, and even helps by working as a therapy dog.
She gets along with everybody.
What started out as a horror story for these dogs has now turned into a tail-wagging happy ending, thanks to rehabilitation and loving homes. For CNS-TV, I'm Katelin Wangberg. University of Maryland police are defending their decision not to issue a campus-wide alert prior to the weekend arrest of a student who had posted online that he was planning a shooting on the College Park campus.
Our detectives and our OIT staff determined that the messages were sent from a campus location.
Police used the IP address to link honors engineering student, 19-year-old Alexander Song, to the threats posted on 2 online websites. According to University Police, Song threatened to go on a shooting rampage here on McKeldin Mall. Song was arrested unarmed Sunday morning and was taken to an area hospital.
He was very emotionally distraught to the point of shaking and crying, clearly in need of some psychiatric assistance.
No weapons were found at either his parents' Howard County home or in his dorm. Police Chief Mitchell says based on Song's internet activity, this was a credible threat. But Mitchell says they chose not to alert the campus community because it might have tipped off Song.
We felt that we had the situation contained, and the last thing we wanted to do was to alert the entire campus, including Mr. Song, that we were looking for him.
That I don't agree with, especially because it was already all over the news.
And some students were concerned because of disturbing similarities to past tragedies.
I was scared because I don't take threats lightly after what's happened on other college campuses.
Song faces a misdemeanor charge of disturbing the orderly conduct of the activities, administration, or classes at the school. The charge is punishable by either a maximum fine of $2,500 or as much as 6 months in jail, or both. Song has been suspended by the university and is no longer allowed on campus. In College Park, I'm Katelin Wangberg, CNS-TV.
I'm going to talk to the Speaker, and I'm going to talk to the Senate President. There was 90 days to work all of this out.
It was a closing General Assembly session that left many frazzled, frustrated, and furious.
We have no extended session, so what are we doing here?
The day started out typical of a final day, with lawmakers leaving abruptly for last-minute meetings, arguing over procedures.
So I'm looking at the actual Constitution itself.
I'm reading from the House rule book, though.
But a last-minute attempt to extend the session failed. Along with it, any hope of approving the funding mechanisms for the governor's budget, leaving what's now being called the doomsday budget. Soon after the final gavel, the blame game started.
The Senate opted not to extend the session and stay here to do the work of the people. They decided to adjourn with a doomsday budget.
Republicans say it's due to Democratic control of the legislature.
Tonight, I think we saw the ultimate manifestation of that mismanagement.
The governor said lawmakers had failed the residents of Maryland.
The Republic was not built on gambling gimmicks, on bingos, or on bake sales.
And O'Malley says the price for the legislative indecision would be felt most by Maryland's youth because of cuts that will have to be made in education.
As public servants, we have to subordinate sometimes our egos.
In Annapolis, I'm Katelin Wangberg, CNS-TV. Life is often a case of trial and error. Today, students from Severna Park High School saw the trial in the hope they won't make the error. I visited Anne Arundel District Court to see how the Schools in the Court program works. Governor O'Malley also told reporters that the General Assembly failed to advance the common good on education and failed to advance the common good on affordable college.